Well, students, good evening to all of you. So, as you know, today, we are going to discuss, BA topics. So, guys, these, 7 papers we are covering, right? In my class, whosoever can take the benefit because this lecture is going to be uploaded on the YouTube also, right, guys? So, these 7 papers we are discussing the paper one, childhood and growing up. Second paper name, contemporary Indian and education. Third is learning and teaching. Fourth, A and B. Okay, there are 2 papers. One is language across curriculum and one is understanding discipline and subjects. The fifth paper name is gender, school and society. Rest of 2 papers are of your pedagogy paper. Okay, teaching papers, right? Depends upon your, graduation, right? Someone has come from BA background, so naturally that would be mostly SST and English, right? If you have come from the science background, so sometimes science and English, maths and English, right? So such kind of, you have 2 teaching papers. Okay, guys. So abhi starting May, I have started the classes, 3-4 lectures I have already taken. Every Sunday I take the class, right? So uh, today is our, third or fourth class. So as you know that we are, going from paper one and paper third, we are discussing childhood and growing up and learning and teaching, right, guys? So this is a first year syllabus of B.Ed first year syllabus according to the Kurukshetra University, right, guys? So, I expect to all of you, you should know the name of each and every paper, number one, and second, syllabus of this. So you can get, syllabus notes from my Telegram channel, or okay, you can request me, I can send you, right, guys? So now I move to the detailed syllabus. This is your detailed syllabus. Okay. If you want this PPT, I will share with you, right? If you will request, so I'll share with you. So this is your first paper, childhood and growing up in detailed, right? Every paper having the 4 unit. Okay. And paper would come of 80 marks theory, 20 marks practical, right? Passing marks is 40% in internal as in theory, right, guys? So this one, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 and unit 4, right? Childhood and growing up. So what are the contents? You can see that growth and development, adolescents, parenting style, personality, right? And under the unit 2, theories of child development. We have the 3 theories of child development. One is Jean Piaget theory, one is Erikson theory, and one is Kohlberg theory, right? So guys, why, I'm showing this and what is my purpose? On the base of my last 20-year experience, I can say that unless or until you learn this syllabus, if, syllabus is not on your fingertip, okay, you can't proceed. You can't learn. You don't know how to learn it, right? So first syllabus should be known, right? So I expect to all of you, these 5 papers, each and every syllabus, okay, it should be in your mind whenever I ask. For example, if I ask from you, in a paper one, how many is you have theory of child development? So you have to say, sir, we have the three theories of a child development. One is Jean Piaget theory, one is Erikson theory, and third is Kohlberg theory. Okay, you can see in unit 2, right? Under unit 1, we have the syllabus growth and development, adolescent, parenting style, personality, right? Next, unit 3rd. Unit 3rd may, okay, see the syllabus, intelligence. Under the intelligence, we have the 2 theories, right? One is Spearman theory. Okay, you can see on this. Okay. And second is Thurston theory, Thurston group factor theory. Next topic is creativity, then mental process of learning, memory. Okay. Under the unit 4, agencies of socialization, social and cultural change, impact of marginalization and stereotyping. And last, role of media in constructing and deconstructing perception. Similarly, guys, unit 2. Okay. Similarly, unit 3. And this is a paper 4th A, because we have the two papers under the 4, language across curriculum and understanding discipline and subject. Right? So we have the 2 units. Why? Because this paper is of 1.5 marks, 1.5 hour, right? And of 50 marks. Okay. Similarly, paper 4th B, you have to give in 1.5 hour. You will get a time of 1.5 hour and of 50 marks. Okay. 40 theories and, 10 internal marks, right, guys? So, guys, I expect from all of you, okay, whatever the lectures I am delivering to you, okay, so please try, study, all the things, the way, I'm explaining in front of you, okay, go from this so that, B.Ed, your purpose should not be, to clear the B.Ed, right? Well, everybody can get a, passing marks of a B.Ed. If you want to get a, good marks, you want to get a, good knowledge of a teaching methodology, right? Then, guys, you have to become a learner first, right? Because after doing the B.Ed, you are going to become teacher. And teacher is not a teacher. Okay, please listen carefully. Teacher is not a teacher if he or she is not learner first. Are you getting my point? So you are busy in, so many works. Well, you cannot give these excuses to your mind. Okay. Well, I don't have to take you a test. Okay. Test is taken by your respective colleges and respective universities, right? My purpose is to guide you, guide to all of you, across the India, because B.Ed syllabus is almost same, right, guys? So, guys, my purpose is to make you a world-class teachers, make you a techno-pedagogue, right? Techno-pedagogue, right? Now, there is not, simply you can say that you have become a pedagogue. Now you have to become a techno-pedagogue. So, guys, unless you don't have the knowledge of a pedagogy, you don't have the knowledge of a competencies of teaching learning, right? So how you will move, forward? So there are a lot of changes are coming. So you have to become a learner first if you want to become a effective teachers, right? So this is the 5th paper, gender, school and society. Okay. So under this, there are 2 units because it is also a 50 marks. Okay. Rest 2 papers, teaching papers, we will discuss later on when we will finish these 5 papers. Okay. Because teaching papers are very easy papers. Okay. And teaching papers are based on these 5 papers. Teaching papers are based on these 5 papers. If these 5 papers is, not clear to you, you cannot grip up on the teaching papers, right? So, guys, now, detailed syllabus it has, you have come to know that. Okay, I'll share this PPT with you also. Don't worry. Okay, last, as you know, we discussed the topic adolescents and need and problems of adolescents, right? So today we are discussing the topic intelligence. Okay, first I show you in the syllabus, right? So this is your syllabus. So whatever we are, discussing every Sunday, so what we will do that we will, color as a red. This has finished. For example, growth and development we have covered, right, guys? And adolescents also we have covered, right? This one. Okay. And now you can see that unit 3rd of paper 1, childhood and growing up, right? So today we are discussing these one. Okay. So I increase the size, this one. Unit 3, intelligence, meaning, nature, theories. 2 theories, 2-factor theory and Thurston group factor theory, right? And application of intelligence and measurement of intelligence is important, right? So this we have finished, unit 1, growth and development, characteristics and adolescence, right? And in the unit 3rd, Okay, we are finished teaching, huh? Teaching, and this, levels of teaching we have discussed, huh? You know that levels of teaching we have finished. Okay. And today, along with this, we'll discuss phase of teaching, right? And one learning theory we will discuss. This is a theory of learning, connectionism, right? So I increase the size. This one. Unit 2, we'll discuss the theory of learning, one theory of learning. And Unit 2 may teaching concept characteristics, levels of teaching we have already discussed, and we'll discuss phase of teaching, right? So 3 lectures we will discuss today, right? Continues, right, guys? So I'm going to close this site and I'm going to start with the intelligence, right? So I'm going to close it. Yes, save it, and starting with intelligence. So, okay, guys, we are going to start the topic intelligence under a paper 1, right? Unit 3, paper 1, intelligence, right? So under this topic, we will discuss meaning and nature and characteristics of intelligence. Okay, what intelligence is. Then we will discuss theory of intelligence. There are 2 theories of intelligence. One theory is two-factor theory given by the Spearman. Second is a group factor theory given by the Thurston. Last we will discuss about intelligence test uses and applications, right, guys? So I start my lectures with the intelligence. So intelligence is defined as the general mental ability to learn and apply knowledge to manipulate your environment, as well as the ability to reason and have abstract thought, right? Definition, you can see that Stern has written, according to the Stern, intelligence is the ability to adjust oneself to a new situation, right? Alfred Binet has given the definition of intelligence. Intelligence is the ability for judgment or common sense. Jean Piaget, you can pronounce as a Jean Piaget, right? Jean Piaget, we have one more theory under a unit second, Jean Piaget theory of child development, right? So Jean Piaget, according to intelligence, he has said that intelligence is the ability to adapt to one's surrounding, right, guys? So any one definition you can learn, right? Even, okay, you can learn the definitions of Binet, Alfred Binet. Intelligence is the ability for judgment or common sense. Okay, so anyone you can learn, right? So now, okay, we talk more about the intelligence under the topic nature and characteristics of intelligence, right? So guys, now you have to understand what intelligence is, right? So number first, intelligence means all round mental efficiency of an individual. It is talking about all round mental efficiency of an individual. The second is most important. That's why I have underlined and I have increased the size. Okay. What it is written? Intelligence is an innate power and not acquired. So intelligence is a innate power, not acquired. So from today onwards, stop comparison among your students, even your children, right? It is an innate power. Okay. You can't say, guys, you are teaching in the class. Okay. Your lecture is understood by some person. Okay. One or two, child, and other didn't get. You can't say that he is a poor student. Intelligence is an innate power and not acquired. Depends upon the parents' genes, right? It is an innate power. Next, intelligence is the ability of adaptation and adjusting to a new situations by an individual. Next, intelligence helps the child in maximum learning in minimum period of time. This is called intelligence. The child is able to foresee the future and plan accordingly. This is the intelligence. Intelligence is the ability for abstract thinking as well as the capacity to learn from the past experience. Power of intelligence differs from individual to individual. Next, intelligence develops as a sense of discrimination between right or wrong. Intelligence helps to man to face the and solve the complicated and difficult problems and situations. You have seen that, na? Some students can solve the problem, na? If they don't take pressure, irrespective of so many works. Na? You have seen that. And some persons are there, if you give them multiple works, 2-3 works, huh? So they would be helpless ho jayenge, right? So the development period of intelligence is from birth to adolescence. Development period is important through birth to adolescence. There are individual differences with regard to the intelligence between boys and girls. Intelligence is determined by heredity, but a suitable environment necessary to improve it. Yes, this is the important line. ये हमें understand करनी है. अब guys, you know, in a class, students आपके पास आ गए हैं. You have the class of a 30 or 40 students, right? So due to their parents' genes, okay, we have come to know that intelligence is an innate ability. They have acquired the intelligence, but suitable environment necessary to improve it. So who is the, where is the suitable environment? You as a teacher, you have to create the environment. Okay, instead of complaining to the student, the student is very weak. Okay, you have to create the environment for the student to learn it. Are you getting my point? Why intelligence is in your syllabus? This is the teaching methodology course, B.Ed course. That's why it is written, it is said by, teaching is not everybody's cup of tea. Without going through the, B.Ed course and, M.Ed course, you can't become a good or effective teachers or principals. So now you have come to know about the intelligence. Now you even, you have cleared your misconception also. You have seen in your class, some are intelligent guys, some are average, some are below average. Okay. Because of these all things, what we have learned, because intelligence is determined by heredity and environment. Okay. Whatever the intelligence they have got from their parents, right? This is a, innate ability. But guys, suitable environment necessary to improve it. Right? You have to provide those environment. Okay. So stop saying to the student, the student is weak. Student is never ever weak on this planet. Always weak is a teacher. Right? Because teacher doesn't know about the intelligence. Teacher doesn't having the knowledge of growth and development. Teacher doesn't know about the teaching and learning. Right? That's why, he start blaming to the students. Okay. Then guys, if the student is not good, so what is your role basically? You as a teacher, you as a principal, this is your role to make them intelligent, to develop the, intelligent, to develop the personality of the student freely and fully. Because we have come to know that, right? If some students have the less intelligence, but suitable environment can improve it, right? You can also, from here, I want to tell you, you can also watch the movie Tare Zameen Par, right? You have seen that now. There is a, one small boy over there, I think Ishant, name of the, student. So he was weak and he was scolded by his parents, his teachers. Okay. Then ultimate what happens? Amir Khan as a teacher joined the school. And, in last, you have seen that, that guy, that was weak, that was scolded by the teachers. And in the last, he got the first prize. He got first in the class. Right? So guys, that's why now I'm telling you, okay, if I'm saying that, teacher is weak, principal is weak, so I'm not talking about the personally. I'm talking about that it might be, their method of teaching is weak, right? They don't have the thoroughly knowledge of, teaching methodology. Might be their attitude is not good. Are you getting my point? So there are so many factors, right? And last, hence, we can say that intelligence is the ability to adjust, to think, to understand, to reason, to act in the best possible manner, right? So next, we talk about the theories. Okay, there are two theories in our syllabus. One is a two-factor theory given by the Spearman. Second is a group factor theory given by the Thurston, right? So guys, see the first theory of intelligence, which was given by the Spearman. It is also called the eclectic theory, right? So here in the picture, you can see that, two words, one is S and one is G, right? Okay, you can see now S, and in the middle, it is a G, right? So, picture is talking about the two word. One is S and one is G. There are two words now. That's why this theory is also known as two-factor theory, right? Because this theory talks about two factors. Okay, one factor is G factor. Okay, this is called the abbreviations. The full form of G is general factor. Okay, second is S. S means specific factor. Okay, so Spearman wants to say that intelligence basically it depends upon the two factor. One is G, one is S. G factor is the general factor and the universal factor. Spearman wants to say that every baby born on this planet, borns with the G factor. Means a general intelligence. General intelligence तो होती है, in every baby. Okay, when he born. And there are some specific intelligence. Okay, and that baby, that child, okay, when he grows up or she grows up, whatever the works he or she does, it involves G factor as well as S factor, right? So this is the very simple. Okay, in the next slide you can understand everything. Now see that. Okay, these are all the points we have to understand. So this is a theory, Spearman theory, two-factor theory, also called the eclectic theory, developed in 1904 by a British psychologist, Charles Spearman, right? So according to him, intelligence consists of two factors. One is G factor and one is S factor. G factor stands for general ability or general intelligence, or S factor stands for specific ability, right? Next, every individual, ये देखो है ना, every individual on this planet has G factor and some S factors. The G factor is always the same for the same individual, but S factor varies from task to task. You have seen that, na? You give the task to some of the student, okay, some does, some doesn't do from that way, right? Because of the S factor, but G factor is the same. Okay, means Spearman wants to say that to do any kind of a work, G factor always involves, right? For doing any activity, G factor is always involved and some of the S factors are also involved. G factor is the universal inborn ability. Greater G in an individual factor, greater G in an individual leads to the greater success in life. And S factor is acquired from the environment, right? So this is all about the, two-factor theory, easy theory, hai, right? Now, next theory, we talk about Thurston theory. Thurston group factor theory of intelligence, right? Now, what happens here? Thurston, before starting and before going into the detail, I want to say that actually Thurston will not talk about the same as the Spearman said. Even Thurston challenged the G factor. He said that there is no G factor in the baby, right? It is a not universal inborn ability, right? So now we discuss Thurston group factor theory. It is also known as theory of primary mental abilities. Okay. Just, learn the name. Group factor theory is also called PMA, primary mental abilities, multiple factor theory, and factor analysis theory of intelligence. Right? Thurston gave this theory in 1938. He challenged the concept of the G factor, which was given by the Spearman. After analyzing data from 56 different tests of mental abilities, he identified a number of primary mental abilities that comprises intelligence as opposed to the one general factor. Actually, he has given the, mental ability test to, many of the students. He applied the test. Okay. And ultimately, he reached on the conclusion that, there is no general factor. Intelligence is based upon some of the factors. Okay. He talked about 7 factors. Right? So then he found that intelligence is comprised of 7 primary mental abilities. No G factor, no S factor. He talks about, because he experimented now on many students in 1938. That's why he concluded that he reached from the interpretation of the result of the students. He reached on this conclusion that intelligence is based upon some of the factors. Okay, how many factors? 7 factors, right? So these are the 7 factors, guys. You can see on the screen. This is a human mind, and intelligence is based upon includes the 7 factors: spatial factor, perceptual factor, number factor, verbal, word fluency, memory, and induction. Right? So we discuss every 7 in the next slide. Okay, it is very easy. Okay. These are very easy one, guys, right? So first it talks about, Thurston talks about the first is a verbal comprehension. Okay, first we discuss about the name. Okay, 7 name means under the Thurston theory, now when you will learn these 7. Okay, so theory is automatically learned by you. It would be grasped by you easily, very easily. Okay, so Spearman may you have to remember G and S factor. In Thurston may you have to remember the 7 factor, right? So I'm naming. First is verbal comprehension, V. Numeric. Second is numeric ability. Third is word fluency. Fourth is memorizing. Fifth is spatial ability. Sixth is perceptual. Seventh is reasoning ability. Okay. Now we understand. Verbal comprehension means, Thurston wants to say that it means ability to understand the meaning of words, concepts, and ideas. In other words, ability to use words in planning, thinking, and communication. Right? Means you have seen that now some of the persons means they can, on the spot, they got the idea, words. Okay. So some has some kind of ability. Second is numeric ability. Ability to do numerical calculations rapidly and accurately. You have seen that some of the persons, they immediately, give the answers of any numerical questions. They have the numeric ability. So it means they have a very good numeric ability, right? But some has verbal comprehension, understanding of meaning of words and concepts. Third is a word fluency. Some having the intelligence of ability to expressing words, to find the words at appropriate time. And some, they stuck on what they have to say, right? So Thurston wants to say that, these all the 7 intelligence every person's have, irrespective of, dominating by some of with the others. Okay. Some having the numerical ability, but having the less word fluency. Some persons, some children, some, they having the good word fluency, but they are weak in the numerical ability, right? Fourth is memorizing ability. Ability to memorize quickly and accurately. You have seen now, many students, they learn, memorize a word very quickly. Instead of understanding the concept, they memorize. Even maths questions, they memorize. You have seen that. Because of this, they having the, memorizing ability more instead of others, right? Spatial ability. Spatial ability means visual spatial intelligence or spatial reasoning. It is the capacity to imagine or visualize in one's mind, right? It is a mental achievement that architects and engineers perform when they design building. Visualize in the mind, right? Matlab, visualize with the eye of the mind. This is a spatial ability. 6 is perceptual ability. It is ability to perceive the object accurately, right? To know, perceive, reasoning ability. Some having the very good reasoning ability. Okay, they immediately learn the relationship between the two objects, two symbols, right? So these are the 7 primary mental abilities which was given by the Thurston. It's called the Thurston group factor theory of intelligence, right? So we are done with the Spearman theory. Second is the Thurston group factor theory, right? Now we discuss what intelligence is not. So you are the teacher, guys. You should know that what intelligence is not. Okay. Why you should have these knowledge? Only then you can teach effectively. Right? Because at the very first day, when I started the class, I told to all of you, you know, what is a teaching? Teaching means to know the child first. Okay. And when I will finish the class, okay, you will say that, okay, sir, we have come to know that the teaching means to know the child first, right? And to know the child first, you should have knowledge of educational psychology, philosophy, teaching learning process, and these all teaching methodology we are discussing in the B.Ed course, right? And you know, before the B.Ed, you were all understanding that, you know, teaching means whatever the knowledge you have. If you are intelligent, this is called teaching. If you are good in communication level, it means, you know, you can teach better, right? But now you have come to know that if your English is good, it does not mean you can deliver to the students good, right? Because delivering of contents, it is a different thing, right? To knowing the content and to deliver the content, this is different things. Okay. Whatever the knowledge you have, if you have to deliver it in the front of the students, this is called teaching learning. This is called the pedagogy, right? Style of teaching and learning. And for this to become effective in teaching, you should have sound knowledge of these all teaching methodology which we are discussing. That's why whenever you have to learn these all things, think yourself as a teacher, not the student. Okay. Because in a B.Ed course, you are called as PT, pupil teacher. It means half you are student, you are pupil, pupil means student, and half you are teacher. After doing the B.Ed, you will become full-fledged teacher. Got it? Such kind of izzat, such kind of, you can say that respect you didn't get in the previous classes. In the previous classes, you have come from the BA, MA, you were regarded as a student. But here in the B.Ed course, you are regarded as a pupil teacher. Right, guys? Because teacher is the torch bearer of the society. Teacher is the nation builder. Right? The outcome of the student depends upon the teacher. The outcome of the learning depends upon the teacher. You know, teacher should be such kind of a teacher, right? If student gets the less marks, teacher should take responsibility. Due to him, he has got a less marks, right? So only if you have a such kind of a attitude, such kind of a knowledge, such kind of a teaching methodology, then you can become an effective teacher. And in the B.Ed, you have got a very good chance to become a teacher. अभी तक आप क्या पढ़ाते आए थे या क्या ट्यूशंस देते आए थे, this is a different thing, right? So we discuss what intelligence is not. Information is not intelligence, right? Informations क्या होती है? What is information? Information is a facts provided or learned about something or someone. Knowledge is also not intelligence. It is a collection of skills and information of a person has acquired through experience. Intelligence is ability to apply knowledge. Once you have come to know how to apply the knowledge, this is intelligence. For example, you are going to teach in the class, any of the topic. You want to teach in the class, any of the topic. You know the topic very well. This is called knowledge, right? Well, you have the full-fledged knowledge of that particular topic, right? But how to deliver it, right? In a different ways, so that every student must understand whatever you are going to deliver. This is called intelligence. How to apply the knowledge. And this is also called teaching, right? Wisdom is not intelligence. Wisdom does not come with the age. Even a child can be a more wiser than the adult. An illiterate wife can be a more educated than a literate wife, right? So, literate to aap ho hi, okay? But you have to work on your education part. You have to make your mind as an educated mind, right? Once you make your mind as an educated mind, then you can you have the solutions of you have many solutions of the one problem. Okay, if you don't have the educated mind, so you have only one solutions of the one problem, right? And it would be understood by only a one student in the class, not the other. Okay, development of intelligence. So guys, you should know a little bit about, how intelligence develop, up to which age intelligence develops. Okay. So intelligence is an inborn ability of an individual. You have come to know that, right? It is from the heredity and the environment also, right? Suitable environment can change the intelligence, can increase the intelligence, okay, as well as decrease also, right? Right? In the wrong side, right? Uh, so the distribution of intelligence is not equal among all human beings. Generally agreed by almost all the psychologists that intelligence increases up to the adolescence and declines in older age. Declines in old age. Right? According to the Pinter, third bullet, according to the Pinter, the development of intelligence takes place at a rapid space up to the age of 14 years. And then it stops in between the age of 14 to 22 years. And in the old age, it start declining. So that's why now someone has said that while you are young, learn the facts, whatever you can learn. That's why now it is said that work on your children, work on your students in the formative years. Why? Because in the formative years, now, whatever you have worked on your students, your children, okay, so they will never forget up to the last. Okay, and you deal with the children and adolescent, right? If they become success in the life because of you, if they fail in the life because it is also of you, right? In the opinion of a Terman has also uh, said that students and adults reach the limit of their intelligence growth at the age of 16. According to Binet, Alfred Binet, he gave the first intelligence test. Binet, this limit is reached at the age of 15 years. So almost all the scientists, all the educationists, okay, they have the common agreement that intelligence goes on increasing at a formative years, right, up to the adolescent. And, after the adulthood, in the old age, it start declining, correct? Hence, it can be rightly said that intelligence is the ability to adjust, to think, to understand, to reason, to act in the best possible manner. We can also conclude that during early childhood, there is a period of a relatively rapid growth of a development followed by a slower late during adolescence. Hana, you have seen that now when you start teaching to the adults, Hana, they get the knowledge, very slowly. Hana, because of they have set their mind, huh? So when you start giving coaching to the children, okay, they immediately grasp your fact. Okay, next we talk about the last intelligence test. So guys, these are the intelligence tests. Okay, so you should have, being teacher, you should have knowledge of these tests, how to perform and how to get results from the student. ये देखो हर टॉपिक्स पे टेस्ट है, right? Do you know about these tests? Have you applied on your students? ये देखो vocational and educational guidance test, right? Why the student is weak, useful in the classroom teaching. ये देखो टेस्ट है क्लासरूम टीचिंग के ऊपर भी है, right? Whether students are not good or teachers are not good. Used in clinics for knowing individual differences, selections of people to school, classification of people, scholarship, useful for implies individuals, research, selection of courses. ये देखो selection of courses पे भी टेस्ट है. Promotions of pupils, predictions of success, assessment of teachers' work, TPEC tools, etc. So these are the tests. There are a lot of tests. Okay. So if the student is facing the problem, okay, so you can apply the test on the student and you will come to know that what is the problem behind it. Okay. What is the root cause of the problem? Right, guys? So we finish our topic, this intelligence, right? So what we are done in today's lecture, we have talked about intelligence, nature, characteristics of intelligence, theories of intelligence. Two theories we are done: Spearman theory, group factor theory, and last में intelligence test, right? So thank you so much guys for this topic. Thank you.